Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU the Mighty Mix Spammer, and you probably can hear that my voice is not in its best form today. So yeah, just a quick story. Yesterday I decided to be brave and actually still go out, don't stay at home treating myself because I'm supposed to do some kind of work and etc. So I did do that and I managed to survive this day, which was really something, but still I felt like I'm going to die. Now, obviously, okay, I didn't feel that bad, but it's not the best. Also, as you can probably tell, my voice is not as good as it was 2 days ago, and even 2 days ago, I didn't feel all that great. Now, that said, because of Soyoshida, there's nothing that can really temper out my good mood. So, I am still very happy being able to actually make this videocast and make sure that I am recording, which is indeed the case. So, before we start, I want to remind you all that there is still contest in progress, so if any of you want to have a free copy of Natural Selection 2 for yourself, it's a video game by the way, then go back, check the previous videocast that it was uploaded before this one, and at the start of it I give out all the details. So far only 2 people signed up, so if you wanna have this game then you have a really high chance of being drawn. I have only 1 copy to give away, but still, seeing that so far everybody has a 50% chance to get it, then even if you go in, then you still have 33% or something along those lines if more people go in. So that's just a heads up. I was originally planning to end this lottery on Friday or maybe Saturday, but we'll see. If there are only going to be like 2 or 3 votes, then I might do this maybe on Sunday or even Monday morning. I'll have to think about this. Right now I'm not the best when it comes to thinking, because well, both I'm usually bad at thinking, and being sick also makes you even worse at thinking than you usually are. However surprising this may sound to you, and why do I have so little dust? And I'm losing it too. Did I retrofit this fleet? Oh yes, I did, I remember that one. Okay, so first of all, there is a small... That's actually an allied fleet. Okay, never mind, I thought those were enemies, but apparently sickness has indeed affected my friend 04 cognition systems that I have in my brain, whatever, but it's relatively okay still. I do remember I was planning to transfer people to Lessus. Was it Lessus? Yes, indeed, it was Lessus, so that sorry, I can get a little... Oh, I didn't set up my camera. So that I can get a little bit more production over there, some science going, nice dust flow, etc, etc. So all of those procreators that I made are going to make its way to Lessus ASAP. In the future I'll probably make some even more procreators and make it go from Lessus into another planet, for example Fessia or something along those lines. But for now I just want to have the system maxed out ASAP, and even that is unlikely because I still have psychological insulation and endotherm extractors ready to be improved in this system, so there's still a long way ahead of us till that actually happens, aka the system being maxed out on population. By the way, there's something I forgot to talk about. So recently Endless Space got... Oh. Hold on a second, how much Orcalacrix do I actually have? A lot. Okay, so they're gonna give me a real... Okay, it's not a big deal, actually it's nothing great, I could get it within a single hand as upgrade. But still, it's a free upgrade for something that I don't really need at all at this point, so I'll happily accept. Thank you, pilgrims. Now, anyway, what I wanted to say is something that there is a big, well, huge actually update to Endless Space that has been recently released. Unfortunately, it does make the old save files incompatible and you have to start over. So what I did is I'm playing currently in offline mode, and I'll keep doing so, not updating my Endless Space until we finish the series. So I'll try to make this quick because I'm really eager to try out some of the new features that have been put into the game. Mostly there are 2 things that I like. There are 2 things that I like the most. First of all, AI is drastically improved, so they're gonna just be smarter in general. But the other thing that is also worth mentioning, as I forget what... actually I'll just go to the next thing. But another thing that is worth mentioning is the fact that... Yes, I'm sure. Is the fact that right now, in this new patch that is... I keep forgetting what I want to say. Sorry. That's yet again my sickness plus my amnesia, so that's something I guess. But anyway, another cool thing in this future patch... Not future, the patch is actually here, but in the patch that we got is... Oh, new hero, that's cool. Game, stop it, I wanna say something before I forget what I want to actually say. So another cool thing in this patch, aside from the EA update, is the fact that every ship, and by every ship I mean every ship design, has now more HP on the base limit. So for example, right now, let's say that destroyers have, I don't remember, let's say they have, actually we can check this relatively easy. So let's say I want to design a destroyer. Right now he would have 420 HP at the base, and now he would have something around 1,000, maybe not 1,000, but much more HP on the base on itself. And those big guys, they have 3,000 or 4,000 HP. So there's a pretty big change. It generally allows your battle to keep going on past the long range phase, because right now it often happens that you just fire all your missiles in the long range phase and you never actually make it into medium or even melee phase. So that's a thing they try to address with this upgrade. I'm really happy this will provide us with some more entertaining battles that I'm eager to watch. Now there are a couple of things that I wanted to decide on before we start invading whatever we want to invade. So first of all, let's have a quick look at the fleet that the Shredded or indeed United Empire have at their disposal. So there's a small fleet, 4 ships. They have quite a lot of military strength. This might be a dreadnought, because otherwise I would hardly see small ships have this much firepower, but it's possible, it's still possible. There's another invasion fleet going straight to Hisho. Not much I can do about that, not much I need to do about that. Now our friends have also uncovered quite a bit of enemy movement over here, so there's another dreadnought. I'm pretty sure this is a dreadnought. And what we have here, this is actually quite a decent fleet right there, and there is just a bunch of ships. And wow, ESA is actually a really nifty system to have, as is Ranas and Peresis. So you know what, those 3 systems would be amazing. I might grab those 4 because, as I said, homeworlds are kind of important to have. So what I might do is give Ayn and Bani to my friends and have those 4 systems for myself, if at all possible. Now this will make empires have a little bit more of border conflicts, but right now I think we can get over it, because having a close look, our relationship is still improving even though it's already maxed out. I have no idea how this is possible, but apparently it is. So even though, let's have a quick look. Actually, yeah, look at that. They only have dislikes about me because due to expansion and military weakness, but they don't care about the fact that we have tense frontiers. So maybe when you're at alliance with somebody, that don't care about tense frontiers, which means that even more I should focus on capturing those systems. Besides, come on, I would most likely have abundance of many of those resources. I mean, Mechred I would definitely have an abundance of, so I'd get much more ship age experience on the entire, what do you call it, Empire. Transvine, is there more Transvine? No, I would not have abundance of this one because I only have 2 on my Empire. But Void Stone, there are 2 in here, and there might be even more here. Let's have a quick look how many exactly. 3, so I would have abundance of Void Stones, and it would give me a lot of healing. That I like this one a lot. I could probably get abundance of Mercurite, which means even more ship experience, and yet again abundance of mundane artifacts, which means that I would get a lot more science. So you know what, I'll postpone my plans of attacking Amoebas for a little bit longer, and I'll actually focus on United Empire. Then again, it might be just a lot more interesting to attack them head on. So what I will do is just give myself, I don't know, maybe 5 more turns to grow a decently sized fleet, and only then I actually go ahead and attack the Amoebas. For now though, what I'm going to do is make this fleet go over to Ratanev system, merge them to get them together, hope that I can survive because it's really hard in my throat, that is. And think about what I want to go for next. So direct AI computing, this is going to be a big one, allowing me to get basically 3 more destroyers in my, what you call it, fleet, which is going to be nice. So I might as well dispatch 3 more to go to Ramsanav straight away, so that I don't have to think about this at a later date. So I think I will do just that, but I have to make such a decision what I want to go for afterwards. So I could give myself some more happiness, but right now I believe my Emperor is pretty satisfied with my rule. Yes, indeed they are. Oriad is of course unhappy, but that's because I just recently captured them and they'll stay unhappy for some time. But this should improve rather quickly, let me just say that. This is a really nifty upgrade. I might decide to get that. It only takes 2 turns as well, and it would really help me with my DAS province. So I will indeed go for advanced scholastics, but I will not go for anything else in this tech tree, I believe. Even though there is a late game tech that would actually allow me to get even more command points. cap on Empire, but it's still, I don't believe it is in my reach just yet. What I could go for is solar revivification so that I can get rid of some pesky, what they called, anomalies that I have across many planets on my entire empire. However, knowing myself, I'd probably forget about it and never go for it, so it's not a high priority thingy for me. It should be, but I know myself, I will forget about that, so I'm not too keen on getting this kind of upgrade. Now, what this is, less expansion is approval, I might get that. Also to give me access to living inhabitants, which would be huge, especially on asteroid belts, which are extra productive as you've seen for yourself. But it's 3 times, I might think about going for something more important right now, which would be either more production, which is all sorts of beneficial, or more place on my ships. For example, this one is really tempting. It would give me another 25 tonnage on destroyers, because right now I already have half of this upgrade per se. Getting another 25 tonnage would allow me to get, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 extra weapons installed. This would be huge on such a small ship, so I am indeed very keen on going for this one. So what I will do is simply go for, well, I guess solar mining. Well, I have to go for it anyway if I want some replicating structure, so this is my queue up for now. I could afterwards go for black hole mining to give myself even more tonnage, but that's 5 turns, so I might find it more beneficial to just get myself a new weapon, but we'll cross this bridge when it comes to it, as Northern Lion says. So this research is done, I don't have to care about and indeed worry about that. Some stuff has been finished producing or whatever. Don't really care about that either. All of my ships have moved around as much as they indeed can. And there are some Area 8s already in here, which is nice. I'm gonna separate them from the fleet that they are at currently, and well, soon they'll start their journey to Lars, and from there I'll actually send them to Rotonev to reinforce my main fleet as soon as directed air campaign finishes researching. That said, it's still gonna take me 5 turns, but I can wait for 5 turns. By the way, let's see how knowledge we are. Hey, we have dropped to 6th place. It is not so great. Unfortunately, I'll have to try and do something about that. Also, another problem, yeah, we are 7th place in terms of fits, and in terms of score, we are only a little bit better than Pegasus, but everybody else is way ahead of us. Keep in mind, though, this is on insane difficulty, which means that AI gets significant upgrades in terms of pretty much everything. They are just flat out better in every single way than we are, so this is to be expected. But that said, I should still be able to get on the first place of knowledge because of my faction traits, so I will need to work on that ASAP. The upgrades that I am getting on those should really help me out a lot, because it's +1 science per population mark on every single one of those systems, which is going to be huge. At least I hope it is going to be huge, otherwise I'm not going to be too happy about it at all. Okay, I believe we can go to the next turn. My voice is really not the best one, and we are only filming for 10 minutes, and I already feel very, very bad already. So what is probably going to end up happening is this videocast is really going to be one of the shorter videocasts I ever made of Endless Space, but, well, maybe I shouldn't even make it at all, but I couldn't actually do that to you guys. I feel like I owe it to every single one of you that are actually indeed following me or indeed are subscribed to me, and on top of that are indeed watching my videos, which is like 3 people tops. So I owe it to you guys to actually try as much as possible to put out as much content as possible. And the unfortunate truth is that right before I got sick, I did decide to take a little bit of a day off, or indeed a couple of days off. And this indeed would result in me being quite inactive, and I don't want this to be the case. I owe it to you guys to actually be more active than I am, so this is the reason I am actually torturing myself. So you can feel free to feel bad about yourself. Sorry, I just had to say that out loud. So we're fighting 3 dreadnoughts. Could be better, could be worse. They are going to inflict some painful amounts of damage to our ships, and we don't even have the money for that warheads, which I wanted to test out, which is all sorts of problematic. So I forgot to check what kind of weapons they use: kinetics, beams, and more beams. So barrier was not the most optimal thing to go for, but I had no time to make a decision, and I had no idea what indeed the enemy has in terms of the military power, so it doesn't feel like a bad decision either. So what I'm going to go for is EMP to decrease the enemy anti-missile efficiency in the mid-range, and indeed in the melee range I think I'll go for magnetic field to make sure that those kinetics are a little bit less. Thank you for great camera angle, game. You really did a great job, and yeah. Still, we managed to completely obliterate our enemies while taking minimal damage, which is all sorts of nice. Actually, not minimal damage, we didn't take any damage. Well, I think, yeah, Area 6 did take a little bit of beating, but still counts. Considering this is Area 6, it is a destroyer on top of that, then it was really an easy as kind of battle. So, not a lot of problems over there. So what I'm going to do is start making my way over to Aine, hoping that the enemy doesn't move out, because if we miss out on each other and the enemy goes the right hand way, I'll go to Aine, we're gonna have a lot of problems because they will just be free to roam around my empire, because this is the only fleet right now that is actually able to stand the enemy firepower. That said, I do hope that my friends are going to be able to keep Rotonev safe and secure at least for some time, because while they have the system under lockdown, I don't really see the icon, but sometimes it doesn't display, at least not in this patch, so maybe we'll see it later. Also, we have some more ships that actually made it through to other sorts of stuff, so this is nice. 2 procreators are in here as well, so we're gonna make them go ahead and colonize this large desert, so this should increase our production dust and what do you call it, science output but tremendously, which is going to be really nice. Oh, I forgot we have a new hero and I didn't even check that out. I don't need that at all. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the new hero I got. It's Bastion, which is nice. He is indeed an administrator and a commander, so it's basically a builder, except that he is commander instead of adventurer. Don't really care about the commander, adventurer, or pilot in right now, but having another administrator could be nice. The question is it really nice? Is there any other system that I would actually want to put this guy in? I could put him on Ilium, and I'm thinking to myself if this is actually a good decision or not. I mean, right now Ilium is producing the biggest amount of industry, but I want to put my new hero, if I indeed decide to hire him, in a system where I get a lot of not only industry production but also science and dust. And right now Ilium is indeed making me lose dust, and corporate is not going to is not going to fix it, because he is focusing on food and industry production. So instead I might send this guy to Los, or indeed Oyad. The reason why I'm thinking about Oyad is that the system already by itself does have a lot of production. I mean, it's already on 4th place. It is unhappy, and corporate administrators are quite well skilled when it comes to dealing with unhappiness. So yeah, I think I'm actually going to hire this guy. And man, but then again, upkeep, that's just 2 that's per 10, but in time it is going to get worse and worse progressively. So that's quite a lot of dust that I will lose. And I'm making only 23 right now, and I do want to decrease the taxes so that I get more science. So you know what, I might actually hold off on getting this here. Then again, more production, I would make like half of it dust, because I can just transfuse this power to that, but I'm not sure about that. I'll hold off on hiring this here. I will decide later. Maybe you will say your opinions, because it's likely that I will have time to read them before making a next video, guys, because let's be honest, I'm not feeling that great. In case you didn't find it out already. Why, what are you doing here? I didn't tell you to go this way. Hold the freaking phone. You have to go, whatever. Yudir says you do have to go there, however. I don't know why you didn't, because you are supposed to reinforce this fleet that is on its way somewhere. And you are actually a very big fleet, so how about you go to Citadel and prepare myself to actually go ahead and engage Amoebas. I'm not going to make lessons our production hub just yet. I wanted to get me a little bit more money before I do so, but in the future I'm definitely going to start pumping out some ships as soon as I actually match those 2 fleets together and see how much power exactly I can indeed have when those 2 are combined, and will I need to have extra more constructed or not, this kind of stuff. So I believe I can indeed end this turn right now. There isn't anything that is stopping me from that. Let's have a quick look at the diplomatic charts and how Amoebas are doing. They are still at war, which is all sorts of nice for me. That said, they like me, so look at the power. And then again, other people, look at that. This guy is warm with me, which is the highest possible relationship with my empire. This guy gives me a little wink, this guy as well, so it's all sorts of nice. And they are just like, oh yeah, we're happy pandas, except that we don't care. So they are asking to be crushed. Except that for whatever reason they are still not crushed. They are so... yeah, they're very powerful. That's the reason why they can so far be at war with 3 empires and be alive. That said, if I join the war, then what would probably happen is the time will turn and Amiibos would be dead. This is pretty much what Hishu did for me when they saved me from the United Empire threat. So I might do the same for Pilgrims and Sowers and create a ginormous alliance and fight off the tyranny of the nicest guys in the galaxy, because apparently, yeah, well, propaganda, you have to make use of it, right? Yeah, I'm really not doing so great at the commentary today, I'm sorry, but you know what, I'm going to take a sip, and actually, it is not a sip of juice, it's a sip of tea, because I need to drink tea, apparently. Maybe I don't, but I don't have any more juice, actually. Do I? No, maybe I do. Whatever. My amnesia is even worse when I'm sick, so it's really difficult for me. But I do have a tea ready next to me, so I'll take a sip. It is nice. The tea that I'm drinking right now is a green tea. A mixture of green tea is with some bamboo leaves thrown into that, some strawberry bits, a bit of sunflower, some mint, and other cool stuff. It's really, well, I'm not sure if it's healthy, but I assume it is. I don't know what is the description of a healthy... Oh, you wanna fight me? Well, I guess you really wanna die then, because you have no chance whatsoever to win this battle, buddy. Well, maybe he wanted to slow me down or take out one of my destroyers, but then again, there are 3 dreadnoughts I just recently fought, and you still weren't able to take them out at all. So you know what, we're gonna treat this guy as a target practice and just throw up our Dust Warheads, because I wanna see how they do. Later on we can go for another persistence. It doesn't matter, this guy will be dead in a single turn, and this will allow us to repair some of our areas, because they need it. Actually, this is area 8, not area 6. I can read apparently. Okay, so it looks like we are actually exploring, but no, up close it is a nice part of Kofek, so I kinda like it. And it doesn't decrease our defense as well, it only increases our offensive capabilities, which is really nice. And this guy does not have the best day imaginable. Wait! Come on, camera! Just as we were about to have a giant explosion, decided to turn around. Not cool, bro, Sif, not cool. But well, it happened. I'm curious if in this most recent patch they also did something with the camera walks. I don't remember, I guess this would be under Fix tab, and Fix tab is the only tab I didn't read. I did read a lot about balance changes and so on and so forth, but nothing about fixes, so maybe there was something about camera, and if that's the case, I'm happy. Also, we're gonna have another faction added to the game called the Automatos. This is a faction designed by one of the players, not the devs. And, hey, where did you go? There was a ship there just a second ago. I swear I saw it. Maybe I'm so sick that I started hallucinating, but I swear I saw it. I really... wow. Okay, so the enemy is sending force of pain in my general direction. So what I'm going to do is welcome the move, open arms, capture the Aine in the meantime, give it to a Hisho so that they can have a little bit more fun, and set up a defensive perimeter so that I don't have to worry about the Empire skimming through my borders, which would be really nice. And I'll try to kill them all. As soon as that happens, I'll just go to Dorado. Actually, I might not go to Dorado. Not even because I'm afraid. I believe I am able to crush all those ships, especially after I retrofit my ships. If I retrofit them, I didn't queue up anything to retrofit them just yet. Whatever. But I'm much more keen on capturing Essa, especially because of those luxury resources, as well as Ranas. Ranas is also a high priority target for me, and it also has some kind of what's it called, strategic resource that I simply did not discover just yet, because as you can see there is an empty space there, and every single planet has either a strategic or luxury resource. There is no exception to that as far as I'm aware, and I'm really sick, in case you didn't know already. Okay, so let's continue on populating the desert and populate large gas hydrogen and just keep swarming this area with people. Like right now we should have crazy amounts of production. Yeah, 506, that's just some sick stuff right there. Why can't I click? Well, now I can. So hydrogen is, I believe, nice in terms of finance, except that I don't have the required upgrade just yet, which I might think about going for actually. I might change my mind so that I get well, this is a nice upgrade, but then again, vacation-oriented society is not going to, is just going to take a single more time to get, and this would increase my dust production by quite a bit. So rather than going for this upgrade, which is useful too, don't get me wrong, I might just go for this one, and it would allow me to go into alliances if I indeed need to. I don't really need to, but in case I do, then I will be able to do so. And after that, instead of going for more tonnage on destroyers, I might just decide to try and make my rockets look more fabulous, but then again, no, tonnage is really important. Besides, tonnage will allow me to retrofit some stuff as well, so yeah, we're gonna go for tonnage, and after that, I guess I will go for the weapons indeed. So, you dear sir, okay, so I've taken care of that. Do I need to have... well, actually, buyout bonus system is going to be nice, but it does cost a lot of dust. I don't know, I don't have trader bonuses, because this system is really important for me, so I'm gonna leave that in. And that's it for now, I guess. I'll make it so that it produces more dust for me as well, as soon as possible. Oriat is already content, which is all sorts of crazy and nice. Yeah, look at the difference in production values right there. It's huge, which I'm very, very happy about. And this actually means that maybe indeed, because I'm also making some dust, maybe indeed I should start making those ships. Then again, I might as well hold off and wait until I get this upgrade, so when I start making them, I will not have to spend money on retrofitting. Then again, I'll decide in the next turn as soon as those two fleets merge together, and I'll see how many ships I actually need to design to make it efficient. Now, is there anything else that requires my attention? Doesn't look like it. So I think I should feel free to actually end the turn right here. And you know what, I'm going to edit this videocast as well, because it only has been 25 minutes or so for the longest variance, but I'm really sick. It's still a match record for quite a bit of time, despite my condition, so that is it. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. It was PANCZASU, the mighty mix power. If you somehow managed to enjoy my work, then please like it and maybe even subscribe to my channel. I promise not to be sick as often as I am. I mean, actually, this is the first time I'm sick in a long time. So those... stop it. I just say a lot of stupid things because I'm sick, okay? So anyway, what I wanted to say is subscribe to my channel if you would like to, but... and also feel free to leave a comment because I love reading it out. Did I say everything? I have no idea because my amnesia and my sickness, as I said, they mix together, grow stronger, and are in some kind of devious alliance. So I'll just say thank you for watching and I will see you online. But probably not right now online. Some later online when I'm not sick. Whatever. You know what I mean. See ya.